And I'm not controlling this. This is all the logic right now. I'm just moving the camera around. Hopefully we'll see something over here and turn around it. Maybe. Hopefully. Alright, it saw it and it turned around it. We're going to turn again? Maybe? Yeah, we just turned there a little bit. Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's your pal Impossibum here. We're back in Besiege. You guys seem to enjoy my auto-flying death machine of death, or whatever that was. I had a lot of fun making it, so let's get back in here. Today, I have another fun idea for us to do. Which one are we going to do here? Maybe I'll just do Ancient Grounds. That seems pretty standard to me. Anyway, what we're going to do today is pretty simple. We're going to make a self-driving car slash vehicle slash tank slash whatever. Very simplistic, but we're going to be using the logic blocks. And I'm going to put in a turret that also self-aims and self-fires on top. This will be very simplistic, but it's an idea of what you can do with these things. And I think it's a step up from what we had last time. So let's get right into it. First off, let's get a vehicle structure of some sort going here. So let me see. I like using these ones. I like using the ballast bricks because, first of all, it's not wood, so they're not flammable. And I can't tell you how much I like things that don't set my car on fire. I'm just a big fan of that. So anyway, we use these just so we can run around and not accidentally set ourselves on fire, as I sometimes do, sometimes. This car, I think, for simplicity's sake, we're probably going to make it a, whatchamacallit, a tank steering vehicle. But, you know, by all means, if you want to make a return to center steering system, you can go ahead and do that. For simplicity's sake, I'm just going to do tank steering. That's what I tend to do. But I do happen to really enjoy it, you know, a good return to center steering system from time to time. We just, you know, there's just only so much I can do in an episode. That's all it comes down to it. And usually it takes me a minute to get the figuring out how the self-correcting steering goes. I can usually get something going, but there's a lot of mechanisms that people have put together. Whoops, I didn't mean for that one to go there. I was just trying to fix my... Can I Control Z it? There we go. I was just trying to fix my camera and accidentally clicked over there. Anyway, so what I'm doing is I'm just making a basic brace. I like making my vehicles kind of light, and I tend to do a lot of flying vehicles, so it becomes more of a necessity usually. But even so, this way I use less parts, and you know, less parts that are flammable, essentially, so that I can get away with doing more crazy things without destroying myself. If there's one thing I do in Besiege, and I think everyone does, you destroy yourself accidentally a lot. It just happens. It comes with the territory. Alright, so we got ourselves a little frame here. It's nothing fancy, but that's okay. Let's get some wheels on here. I'm going to do large powered wheels. Like so. I'm trying to think. Do we want to use suspension of any sort? I don't know. I'm iffy on it. We don't need it. I'm keeping things simple, but just using simple pistons, I think, for suspension. It's simple and it works for the most part. If you get into larger vehicles, it doesn't work that great. All right, so now we got a vehicle here. We're gonna do tank steering of some sort. So the right wheels will go. Let's have the right wheels go forward with 2. All right, so you're 2, you're 2, and you're 2, and I guess reverse will be 4. Why not? So 4, 4, 4. There we go. And the other one will be 1 and 3. So this will be forward with 1 and 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. There we go. And we don't need to worry about making this thing super fast. Let's just test it out really quick. Go forward. Oh, I put things different from how I usually have them. Usually I have it 1, 2, and 3, and 4. I did it different. All right, so now we can go backwards like this and turn around and do all sorts of that kind of stuff. There we go. I don't like how I have it here at all, but we're gonna live with it because you know what? I'm not it's gonna have to deal with it. This very simplistic AI that we put together is gonna be the one who has to deal with our horrible coding prowess here. Not coding prowess, or a button assignment, because our little AI that we put together is not going to care what we do as long as it all works. All right, so what we're going to do here, I think I'm going to put a sensor in the front here, right there, right here, and these are going to control each wheel. So basically, the idea is if this sees something in front of it, it's going to go, hey, we should probably stop going forward because they're going to run into something. Let me turn around real quick. All right, so we're going to have that here, and we're going to have a not gate on this. So as long as this isn't seeing anything, it's going to tell these wheels to go forward. So let's see if we can find what's a logic gate here that's going to have a not thing on it. All right, we're gonna have a logic gate for both of these. They're both going to have them. So this one, hold on. This one will sit, what do I want this one to output? We're going to have to make that beam a little bit bigger too, probably. Let me see. Let's put it to like 15 or something, so we have some kind of forewarning before we run into things. And if it sees something, it'll hit. I don't know. It'll start with 0. And this one, if it sees something, what did I put the other one at 15 distance, something like that? We'll do the same here. There we go. And this one will hit. This one will hit 9, I guess. There we go. And they're going to go to the knock gates over here. So this one is input. Oh, yeah, I have to choose the right gate. I'm like, these are not the right things. But here we go. This is a knock gate. That's what I was looking for. This one's going to be 0. Change this to a knock gate. This is going to be 9. In case you're wondering what a knock gate does, it essentially just flips the Boolean value of anything it's given. So right now, these are going to return false if there's nothing in front of them. But that's going to flip it around and change it to on. And this one's on value is then going to be 1 to go forward. And this one will be 2 to go forward. There we go. So now, if we have this set up right, it should just go forward. Yeah, it does. I'm not hitting anything. It's doing that itself. And if it stopped seeing stuff, it stopped moving. It saw it and it stopped. That is pretty much what we want so far. All right, and now what we want here is we're going to want to flip it around. If we see something, we're going to want this thing to turn around. And we're going to want that for each one of these. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take the output of this and then have that control the wheels going the other way. So let's put another gate down, which is just another knock gate, actually. We could just knock gate it. So let's get another knock gate over here. We'll throw this one. Can we just throw it on top? You gonna let me do that? No? I can't put knock gates on top of each other. We can just throw it over here. It's no biggie. We could just make another thing for it, but I just don't care that much. It's not a big deal. All right, so this one is, let me go into the controls here. This one, I think, is, we have to put it on knock gate. I always forget to put it on knock gate. This one will be 0. Change this over to a knock gate. This will be 9. And if it does not getting that, it's going to hit 4 for this one. Sorry, 3 for this one. This one I have to hit 4. So now, if this one sees something, it should go backwards. It should go forward automatically. It sees something, it should go backwards. That is the plan. Does it work like that? I don't know yet. Let's find out. All right, see something like right around now, and it stopped doing it. I did something wrong. Something's not working out here. Oh yeah, this one should be coming out automatically. Okay, so this one, when it sees something... Actually, when this one sees something, I should probably just come to this one and have it do something. That makes more sense. I'm thinking about it. Whoops. I got away with too much stuff there. Now that I'm thinking about it, when this thing sees something, it should just automatically send a signal to these tires. It makes a lot more sense than what I was already doing. We can get rid of some logic instead of trying to make things work that really shouldn't have to work. All right, so what's this one hit? Hit 0. We'll change these to make 0 go backwards. That is as simple as that'll be. So this will be 0, 0, 0. And this one should be 3, I think. Sorry, 9, because the other logic gate is output of the sensor set to 9. This is what happens when you don't research your build beforehand. I'm just doing it all off the cuff, and I haven't actually done a lot of logic stuff yet. I'm very interested in getting into it. All right, let's see if this works like we expect now. There we go. It saw the thing, almost ran into it. It's like, oh, let me back up. Now, the other problem we're having here is that it's maybe we should have a timer. That has to break back up for a certain amount of time. But anyway, it is automatically doing stuff. And if it wasn't running straight into like a wall, there is a good chance that it would go around it. But let's try that. Hold on. Let me go back in the thing here. Let's have this not face at the thing right away. Can I turn this thing around? Is that a good way to do that? Is there rotate? Rotate all the blocks so that I'm not facing that way. There we go. Can I face a better way that doesn't have all sorts of stuff in the way? Because we got lots of more building stuff to do. This is just the first thing. All right, let's see if this does it. Okay, so it's afraid of that hill in front of it. And the problem we're running into is it's actually kind of centering itself on the hill. Maybe I should like put in some kind of timed or sweeping or random motion kind of thing here. I don't know. We're going to have to think this one out here. All right, I thought about it for a minute and I had an idea. What if we went old school with this? Because I'm not thinking we're going to make a full-fledged, fully autonomous car that could drive realistically. That is a bit obscene for a beginner logic video here. But what we can do is, you guys ever play with those old RC cars when you let go and they go backwards, they turn while they're going backwards? I think we can employ something very similar here, and it wouldn't be too hard to get figured out. So what I want to do here is if we're going to hack this up to an AND gate. So if we're getting signal from this one and this one, then we're going to do some kind of turnaround maneuver. That is the plan. So let's get an AND gate out here. Logic gates. What other kind of things do we have? Timer block, angle meter block, speedometer block. Neither of these are useful for us right now. I think we're definitely just going to have to go with another logic gate here. All right, guys, we're going to use the AND gate here. We have the 9 and 0 as input, which are both of these. And if that happens, I just want it to spin one of the wheels backwards. That is the plan. So we're no longer going to want these to hook up directly to the input here. So this one is hit the O to go backwards. We don't want that anymore. Let's set that up to something we don't care about. We're just going to... Actually, I didn't... Yeah, there we go. We'll just do that. Whatever. And they can not be set up the same. I really don't particularly care. What we're going to want is... what's this one set up to? Yeah, we're going to want those to be turned off as well. I'll just hit any old button for these. I don't particularly care. Hit... No, that button. There we go. We'll use this button. I don't have numpad on, so it's just assigning weird things. But I just have those on the numpad button. Anyway, so now we're getting 0 from this and 9 from that, if you see something, coming into this AND gate. And if that happens, we're going to hit one of these buttons to go backwards. So which one of these are going to go backwards? This one. Why not? So we'll hit the end button, I guess. We'll hit the end button. There we go. So now let's see if it turns, if it sees things. It took it a minute, but it did start getting turned around, and we're running right straight towards this other thing, of course. Maybe I should make this thing shorter or something. I don't know. It does have a problem with running directly into things. I feel like we could definitely do better than this. Maybe I need some kind of timed response. Sorry for the loud car in the background. Anyway, let's put this on hold just for a minute, because there is something actually I was interested in doing that we have not quite gotten to yet. What I would like to do on top of this is also have an automated turret, which just sounds like a lot of fun for me. Actually, now that I think about it, I want to put a timer for this. Before I get there, I'm getting ahead of myself. There's all sorts of stuff I want to do. I'm all excited about everything. I can't help myself. All right, let's get a timer here. There we go. Let's go into the options here. Hold to run, allow to stop, loop, scaling. Nope, not automatic. And basically, when the timer goes off, it's going to be set and go off for this amount of time. So let's just say anytime our reverse action gets triggered, it's going to go, let's say 5 seconds. We're going to have this go to end, which is right here. And we're going to reprogram this one to go to, what did we set the timer to go to? We have to set up that input. This one, its input is going to be B apparently. I'm fine with that actually. This one's input is going to be B. So now, hopefully, hopefully when it gets triggered, it should automatically make this one go backwards for 5 seconds. That is the plan. Let's see what happens. It's not working like we planned. It's supposed to go backwards for 5 seconds. It makes its way over that, which is nice. But the emulation is supposed to last longer than that. It's not. That is problematic. All right, guys, I am back. I had a little bit of a brain fart on this one. It took me a while to get figuring. This is a very simple system, but I don't know why it took me so long. I'm ashamed of myself. Let's go over it real quick. I have this one hooked up to 9. It's just a center looking forward. This one to 0. It goes to an AND gate. So if they both see something, it hits the 1 key. What happens on the 1 key? Well, the wheels on the left side go forward, and the nothing happens on the other side here. Okay. So basically, it just turns wheels on this side to go forward if the AND key is hit. Otherwise, nothing else happens here. And these just go to knots, just like they used to before. So if this one gets a knot, it's just going to go straight forward. And let me go through this really quick. This sensor puts out a 9 if it sees something. Otherwise, it doesn't put out anything. And if this one doesn't get any input, which is actually taking from this one over here, it just says, okay, I'm just going to go forward. It flips to Boolean symbols, remember? So if it's true, it makes it false. If it's false, it makes it true. That is all there is to it. Like I said, this one it takes the input of 9 and 0 from those. If both of those are true, so if it has 9 and 0 coming through, it just hits the 1 key. Like I said, it just makes this one turn around. That's all it's going to do, essentially. It just gives us a little turning operator. So let's see this in action. Let's see it do its thing. It's very primitive, but it works. We can build on it from here. So look, I saw that thing there. It says, oh, let me turn around that. And I'm not controlling this. This is all the logic right now. I'm just moving the camera around. All right, ran into that. Luckily, we're able to go over it. Hopefully, we'll see something over here and turn around it. Maybe, hopefully. All right, it saw it and it turned around it. We're going to turn again? Maybe? Yeah, we just turned there a little bit. And we're going to get to these walls over here, and it's probably going to be more than our little system can deal with, but that's okay. Okay, yeah, that was just kind of like, oh, I don't know what to do anymore kind of thing. That's okay. As you see, we can navigate very primitively. So let's build on top of that. Let's get to the fun stuff. Let's build something that'll go kablooey and hit things. Because, you're not really playing Besiege if you're not blowing stuff up. Let's be real. All right, let's get some kind of a platform for some kind of, weapons thing going on here. So I think I'm just going to build it like up over here somewhere. So let me build this up and then over. I think I'll probably put it like right there. In fact, I might just put it there. There we go. Let's move this stuff out of the way. I was just doing that so I could build wherever I wanted. That's all there was to that. Let's put some braces on this to hold it in place. Got the brace right here. Let's brace it over to here. Over here. Let's keep it nice and sturdy. We're gonna be doing some stuff here that having it be sturdy would be nice. Where can I click on this thing? Can I click on here? Let's click it from here. It's easier to start braces where you don't have anything there yet. So there, we'll go there. And we'll go to this one right here. And that should be fairly secure. We don't need anything too fancy smancy. All right, now all we got to do is make this mobile. So how do we make this so it turns around and does stuff? Well, we put a wheel on it. If you want to make things turn around, that is one of the easiest ways to do it. So let's get that going. And maybe... do I want to put a block on here? I think it'd be easier to just throw a block on here. So let's go ahead and do that. Block. I lost myself for a second there. What block am I looking for? I'm looking for this one. And we're just going to put sensors on here. It's really easy just to use the ray casting sensors, which is essentially what these are. Have these both face forward. Like that. And let's put a big old cannon on here. Cannons make me happy. There we go. Let's weapons. Where you at, weapons? We're gonna put on infinite ammo on this, by the way, because getting just one shot off of this would make me a sad panda. All right, there we go. Where's the ammo? There we go. Infinite ammo. Cannonballs explode. Cannonballs exploding just sounds like fun. Let's just do that. Turn those off. There we go. Now we got to set these up so that they'll they'll do some kind of logic with this thing here. So what kind of logic do we want to set up? Well, I think if both of these are triggered, it sees something. So let's fire at it. So let's set up the range on these. And let's make the range pretty far. I mean, I don't care if we fire at nothing. Firing at nothing sounds just as fun to me as firing at something, just about. That's a pretty good range. Let's stick with that. I'm pretty happy with that. Put that up to 50 as well. There we go. And hitting C is fine. So let's put an AND thing here. AND block. AND block. Logic block. There we go. We need somewhere. We need like an official like block housing unit or something that could hold all these freaking logic gates, because you can't put them on top of each other, which leads to issues. We'll need like a wall just holding all the logic. In fact, speaking of which, let me just throw down some stuff here just to hold some logic for us. We're like running out of space just to put things. It's kind of silly. All right, let's put down the logic gate right here. There we go. And we're going to have this set to AND. So if this sees something, what's it going to output? Let's put on numlock real quick. If this one sees something, it is going to output 1 on num key. And this one sees something, it's going to output 2. And for my own sanity, I'm going to put this to 2 and that to 1. That way, I don't know, it just seems to me 2 is more inherently recognized as being to the right of 1. That's in my mind, that's how that works. All right, so we're going to AND this one here. So if you get both 1 and 2, you hit the C key. All right, and the C key should be shooting this. So let's make sure that works. Let's just let this go, and if we see something, it should fire. You see anything? Come on. When you run towards those rocks, you got to see something. Oh, it needs to be repeating or something. You need to repeat how often you go. Not toggle mode. Is there any way to have you go more than once? Because just hitting once does not work. I want you to keep going and going and going. I want you to spam the heck out of that. Maybe I put a timer block on it. And just have the timer block keep repeating it. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Just holding down the C key won't keep firing, I think. Let me just test. Yeah, holding the C key won't keep firing. I'd have to keep doing, spamming the C key for that to work. So in that case, let's put a little timer block on it. Make it really quick. Something we don't have to manage. We'll go here. Wait. Emulation duration. Put this at 0.1. There we go. You'll hit the C key if you get stimulated. And what will you do? You'll hit the B key. There we go. So the B comes in. All right, let's see if that works. You work the way I want. You shoot more than once. We have to wait till it gets like over here somewhere. Then we'll see if it auto shoots. It's resetting, just not as fast as I wanted it to. And I feel like I overwrit some logic somewhere. I may very well do that. Was any of these set to B? If they were, I might have just screwed myself. Any of you set to B? I feel like something changed there. Things were working differently before. Alright. I really feel like I overrid something, because it did something different last time, didn't it? Didn't it? It like went along down the little route down there. Now it's not doing that. I don't know. Any of these set to B or something silly? Oh, you know what? I changed. No, that shouldn't matter. Shouldn't matter. I don't know. Let's continue onward. I just want to get this cannon shooting at stuff at this point. All right. So now what I want to do is move the wheel. Maybe automatically. And then stop movement if we see something. So, you know what I could also do is I can put the wheel in automatic. Make the speed really slow. Let's put it on like 0.1, something like that. Let's just see what that looks like really quick. I want to see how fast that goes. That's fine. And if it sees something, I'm just going to hit... hitting reverse will make it go the other way. That's not really ideal. But then it would go forward again. I'm kind of okay with making it go reverse if it sees something. So let's AND on this one. What's this one doing on AND? It's hitting B. So we'll hit this to set to B. Reversed is now B. Now, we're kind of hacking this. This will kind of work the way I want, I think. But it's also not ideal because it'll also spin backwards when it sees something. But then it'll reset back to the same spot. So I can kind of live with it. All right, you going to see something soon? All right, hold on. Reset. I actually don't want that to be. I want it set to this one. You go to B. And I want you to be set to C. Set this one to C, because that's when the things are firing. Okay, let's try this again. If it fires, it should go reverse. That is how it should be. That's not working at all. We're also not firing fast enough. We should be firing a lot faster than this. We're firing at stuff, though. Alright, hold on. Let's go back. Let me look at the logic. If these are both seeing stuff, I don't want it to move at all, quite honestly. Can I shut it off? Like, can I turn automatic off at that point? Actually, better yet, I got a better idea. What if I have it turn and then stop if this is actually triggered? That makes more sense to me. Okay, let's set up a knock gate on this then. Let's get a knock gate. There we go. More gates. We're having so many gates in this episode. It's ridiculous. Our whole car is like one giant gate. So this one takes a B. Put it to not. B. And then emulate whatever's going to make this thing go forward. We'll just hit arrow forward, I guess. Or C, I don't really care. C is not actually ideal. Let's have this arrow key down. There we go. So you're going to be arrow key down. All right, let's try it again. I actually wanted it to go the other way. Hold on. What are you outputting? I want you to automatically spin forward unless I say otherwise. So let's put this on forward then. I must yeah. All right, there we go. Let's do that. Let's keep going this way. We see something, we'll stop spinning and keep shooting. Otherwise, we'll keep rotating. That is how that's going to work. That is the plan. Wish we saw things more. I should make the thing bigger. But yeah, if it's... We need more firing going on. Our timer method here is not working. Alright guys, it took me a while, but I realized the answer was very simple. Set a cannon on fire and it will keep going as long as fire is touching it. So we'll have everything set to put this one on fire. So if B is pressed and it's held down, the flamethrower turns on, which then continuously shoot our little cannon thing here. So let's give this a shot. This is our automatic driving automatic turret, essentially. So this thing comes into range. It'll come into range next turn around. Let's see this real quick. Should be right about now. There we go. It's in range. It keeps firing. It got out of range. It stopped firing. Now we're going to have to go way over here. What is it seeing? I don't know. I guess I could barely see that from range. We did increase the range on these sensors to like 75 or something ridiculous. So at the current setup, if they are both being triggered, it starts shooting. That's all there is to it. So, sorry for the noise in the background here. I'm kind of happy we finally got this figured out. Hopefully it'll fire at this thing here momentarily. There we go. I said, okay, that's enough out of you. Sees it again. Like I said, we have super range on this. And there we go again. We broke ourselves. We broke ourselves and set ourselves on fire, apparently. So there we go, guys. We have ourselves a very silly, very simplistic, overall. I mean, it took a while for me to get it done, but there were builders who would have whipped this out in 5 minutes, I'm sure. So we have a very simplistic, self-driving, automated turret here. I'm pretty happy with it. It's a fun use of some logic blocks, some basic building. We even made use of the old light a cannon on fire trick. We would want to upgrade this so it could withstand the pressure a little bit more and stuff. But I think this would be a fun thing to fight against and beat up in the multiverse or something. You and your friends go off against a giant team of these or something. I don't know. Could be fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. This is Besiege if you're interested. It did just come out at 1.0 not that long ago. I have a link down in the description if you want to play it for yourself. If you guys are new to this channel, my name is Impossibum. I play indie games every day for your enjoyment here on the internet. And, once you guys come on down, we're playing fun games all the time. I'm on a building game kick lately. I absolutely love building games, and we have so many good ones to play with lately. Anyway, guys, if you're new here, you can hit that subscribe button, click that bell icon so you know when I put out new content, smash that like button, leave a comment down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.